Oh yeah, that's sparkly. Hello, hello. Today's a bit of a sad day. Not sad, but we're saying goodbye to a car that I've had for a very long time. So this is Priscilla. We're saying goodbye to her today. She's going off to a new home with a car collector down in Victoria, and he's coming to pick her up. So she was my everyday car for a long time. I bought her off eBay in 2008, not long after I moved to Australia. Yeah, she was my everyday driver until I had a baby, and it was too hard to get a baby in and out the back of a car. And basically she's been pretty much unloved since then, just sitting in the garage. So we've decided it's time to move her on to someone who's going to look after her. She's a 1972 Superbug. So she's called Priscilla because she spent a lot of her life in a museum in the desert somewhere in South Australia. So that's how she got her name. But it also means that the bodywork's in really good condition because she wasn't being driven out in humid areas. She was in the dry desert for a long time. Graham rebuilt the engine probably about 10 years ago. He's done a lot of work on her over the years, but yeah, we just don't drive her, so it's time for her to go somewhere else. So I've had a lot of beetles over the years, so it's going to be sad to see the last one go. I think at one point here we had 3 beetles and 2 camper vans, but this is kind of the end of an era. So Priscilla's gone, but she's gone to a really good new home. We both got a bit emotional as she drove away, didn't we? Which
surprised us.
Yeah, surprised us both. We've had her for 18 years, so...
We've had her longer than our daughter.
Yeah. And yeah, we got reminiscing with the guy who bought it about sort of some of the times we've had with it, some of the other beetles we've had over the years. And yeah, when she left, we both got a bit of a tear in our eyes. But we know she's gone to a really, really good home.
Yeah.
He's a car collector and he's got big plans for her. She's going to get the glow up she deserves, I think. I think she's going to be fabulous. So they were very, very happy with her. So.
Yeah, very impressed with the condition of the paint, which was good, and very happy with the overall condition of it. He said I gave it honest account of what it was like, so he was very happy with that.
Yeah, and very impressed with all the work you've done. I'm impressed with the work you've done over the years. Like learning how to rebuild an engine just off YouTube videos is quite something.
YouTube is king.
Yeah, yes it is. So all that work I think you've done on it really paid off, so... Yeah, but the money from it is helping Aaron out with her car and getting her on her feet if she decides to go to uni and stuff like that. So
so we backed the Volkswagen Beetle out of the garage and we put her Volkswagen Polo straight back in its place.
Yeah,
so.
At least we're loyal to B-Dub. Yeah. Just a bit of a newer one. Hey everyone, I have not filmed much this week. It's been really, really busy. Work is absolutely crazy at the minute. We go to Hamilton Island for our little 5-day break up there in less than 2 weeks. I've got 4 costume orders to finish before then. It's going to be bananas. I've literally just been working till 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock every night just trying to get things done. I've got a client here for a fitting in a minute and then her costume's the next one I have to go out. Hers is a Samba costume, which I've not done before. She's wearing that for the Multicultural Festival in Canberra this weekend. While she's here for a fitting, I'm going to ask her if it's okay if I can just film a little bit for you so you can get an idea of sort of what I do behind the scenes in my day-to-day business life as well. I'm also working on some new costumes for some circus cabaret performers. I've done a couple of costumes for them in the past. They're about to go off on cruise ships, so I've got to get their costumes finished by the middle of next week so they can get posted to them in time. They're pretty involved. There's a lot of pieces, so I've still got a lot to do on those, but they're starting to look really good. Again, loads of rhinestones, lots of sewing, lots to do, but they are, yeah, they're looking really cool. I've got a hobble skirt alteration to finish for someone. That has to be done by next Monday because she's wearing that for a performance next Saturday. And then I'm actually upcycling an old costume that I made for someone a few years ago. She doesn't do the act that we made it for anymore. So we're actually going to change that up, and she's going to use the same costume with a new look for a new act, which I like. We like a bit of upcycling and revamping. I was also hoping to do a revamp of the Valentine's Day dress that I made over on Rockstars and Royalty channel last Valentine's Day. It didn't go as planned. I wasn't happy with it when it was done, so I was kind of hoping to have time to give that a little revamp, see if I could make it work. So I'm gonna take my glasses off. There's a big reflection going on there. I'm getting my hair done on Thursday, which I'm really, really looking forward to because it's the right state at the minute. I'm actually gonna get loads of foils put through it. I can't bleach it anymore because it had it after years of bleaching. But I didn't want to give my pink up, so my hairdresser puts foils through, so I get sort of bleach streaks that I can then dye pink. So I've kind of been working on growing out a lot of the old dead bleached hair, which is why I've got this sort of big stripe. Like underneath looks awful because I've got this big stripe at the minute. But hopefully Thursday I'll get a whole bunch of foils put in for the first time since last June. And once I get some pink dye back in it, I should start feeling a bit more me again. And it needs a cut too. It's just so flat and heavy at the minute. I'm actually looking forward just to the downtime of being at the hairdresser and just sitting still for the time that I'm there and not having to do a million things like I am at home at the minute. Oh, also, I've bought a new camera to use instead of my phone. I bought the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It was quite expensive, but I'm going to be using it for filming my sewing videos as well as for vlogging. I'm still getting used to it, but I'm really happy with it so far. I'm still getting used to these microphones. I showed you in a couple of vlogs ago that we bought the DJI mini mics. In the last vlog where Aaron and I went to see Cirque Alice, we filmed at home. We filmed our outfits before we went out, and we had a microphone on each. And then she went into the kitchen and she was talking about her makeup and doing special effects makeup. I went to the loo and completely forgot to turn my mic off. So when I was looking back through the footage of her talking about all her makeup and everything, I could hear these noises. I'm like, what the hell was going on in the kitchen while she was filming this? And then I twigged I hadn't turned my microphone off. I'd done a full Robert Durst, I killed the moment, but it was me peeing and flushing the loo. So we are getting used to this new technology. We're getting used to the mics. We're getting used to the camera. Graham had a mic on when I was filming the beetle being picked up the other day as well. That's why there's some loud noises in that, because he didn't turn his mic off either. So we are getting better. We are getting better. We'll get the hang of it. Hopefully by the time I go to Hamilton Island, I will have got the hang of this camera and the microphones, and I can film a great little Hamilton Island beachy travel vlog for you. All right, I will check in with you again after my Samba costume client's been, and hopefully I can show you what I'm working on for her. So my Samba costume client has given me the thumbs up to show you what I'm working on. So the only piece that's finished so far is her necklace. So this is a dance necklace. It's made from felt with power mesh on top, so it's nice and soft to wear. And then we've added lots of lace and stones to it. And now I know she's happy with that. I can use that as my sort of template for adding the stones to everything else. She's got a wire bra. Now this is a frame that she bought from Brazil. So it's a sort of genuine Samba bra frame. And I've covered it in power mesh so it matches. That's got to have lace and stones on it. These here is like long sleeves that then go up into a bolero, and they do up behind the neck. So we've got the lace on those so far. These are legs, so these go from knee or just below the knee to the ankle. I've got the lace on there, they're ready to stone. So over here I've just started stoning the trikini. So this is like a leotard that stops sort of just above the waist, and then it's held up by this halter neck strap that stretches up behind your neck. I know everything's all over the place. Once I've got more stones on, I'll kind of put it together and show you how it all looks together. And then I've already made all of these stones ready to put on it. So these are big sew-on rhinestones, which I've edged in some other rhinestones, and they're just on felt, so then I can cut them out and stick them on. And I've got all different shapes and sizes. And then because it's a cage bra and she doesn't want to wear another bra underneath it, we've made some pasties for her to wear underneath it. I don't normally do pasties because there's an amazing pasty maker in Canberra called Empress Erie, but she's not taking orders at the minute, so I'm doing the pasties for this one. And these are made of Warbler, which is a thermoplastic, and I've actually melted them over a metal pasty that I had to use as a sort of mould for it. And they're really light and strong, and they haven't got the overlap that you get from some other methods. So these are just going to be red so that my client can use them. She does burlesque as well, so she wants to use them for burlesque too. So I need to paint them red, and then they're just going to have red stones on. And then I've got AB rhinestones and I've got cyan rhinestones to add to everything. And I need to get most of that done tonight. So it's going to be a long evening of stoning this costume, but it's going to look amazing. This necklace, if I try and hold it in the mirror, you can see how sparkly it is. I don't know if this camera's going to pick up the sparkliness. I haven't filmed anything sparkly with it yet. Oh yeah, you can see it in the reflection. You can see how sparkly it is in the reflection. Oh, it's all going to look so cool. And here in the mirror, you can see my new little camera. It's so cool. It's got some great features on, like it will follow, if I stand it somewhere, I can do it so it will follow me as I move. It's got an object follow, it's got face follow. I haven't even had a chance to play with it properly, but I think it's going to be really, really handy for filming. So tonight for dinner, I'm trying something a little bit different. This is something I saw on Instagram a while ago and thought looked really delicious. So I thought I'd give it a go. So the first thing I've got is a little oven safe pan that I've put some olive oil in the bottom of, just to make sure, hopefully we can get this out when it's cooked. Next I've got some potatoes, which I've already cooked. I hope this works. So what they did in the Instagram video is they put these in and then squished them. Right, these took ages to cook because they were whole. You could probably cut them up and make it a bit quicker. But I didn't have to cut or peel them, so in that regard it was pretty quick. So then you squish these down in the bottom. Oh, I may have too much potato. Oh, let's see. Buds are squished. Then I'm just going to put a bit of salt on top of that because potatoes need salt. Then next, they put in some baby spinach. I'm going to do the same because that looked delicious and we love spinach. Then I'm going to put in some tomatoes, which I literally picked from the garden about 10 minutes ago, so you don't get much fresher than that. Then I've fried up some onion, mushroom and some ham bits because I wanted them, I didn't know how well they'd cook in this, so I thought if I cooked especially the onion first, then we know they're going to be nice and cooked when it comes to eating them. Next I've got 5 eggs which I've just beaten together with a bit of salt and pepper. These are eggs from our chickens. And then I'm just going to pour, I wasn't quite sure of the quantities. Oh, I wonder if that's enough or if I might need another egg. I'm going to put another couple of eggs in here because I think we could be able to eat this cold like a frittata. Those quantities look better. And then lastly, I'm just going to spread some grated cheese over the top. Lots of cheese, because we love cheese. Then the recipe said to bake it for 30 minutes at 200 degrees centigrade, which I believe is 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to pop it in the oven and we'll see how it looks in half an hour.
Ooh,
Oh my God, that looks amazing actually. All right, let's see if I can get some of this out. Oh, it smells so cheesy. Let's have a look. Oh, it looks really good. The egg's cooked. that's what it looks like inside. So it looks like an omelette with a big potato base. I may have got my potato to egg ratios a bit wrong.
Oh my lord, Mama.
Now I'm recording.
Mum wasn't recording then.
All right, we tried it. I forgot to press record. But anyway, what's the verdict?
It was alright.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs sideways. What could be better about it?
No mushrooms, more potatoes. And more cheese.
More cheese. There's so much cheese on there.
More cheese.
Put some different cheese, like put some feta through inside it maybe. Might be quite nice.
Feta.
Oh, you're so difficult. Vintage cheddar then.
Alright, I'm okay with that.
All right, we'll do it with more vintage cheddar. Excellent. But I think the verdict is we'd have it again, just with a few changes. So dinner turned out all right. I think there's a few things I'll do differently next time. There was definitely too much potato compared to egg mix, and it was really, really filling. So yeah, less potato, more egg. The amount of veggies was good though, and the flavours were nice. I think a stronger cheese would be good too. But overall, everyone seemed to enjoy it. So yeah, I think that's something I'm trying to sort of add new recipes to the repertoire of things we cook regularly, because we end up eating the same things all the time. So I think that can be added to the recipes. So it's 8 o'clock now, and I need to do a couple more hours on this Samba costume. So I've started getting the stones on the sleeves. These ones, they're only fixed on up until there. I was just playing with what I want to do. So they're looking pretty good. I've almost done the front of the trikini, so that's almost there. I'm just gonna add, put these big stones on and do the red here. I'm starting to have a little bit of a panic about how I'm gonna get everything done in time. I'm way behind where I'd like to be, but I've just gotta crack on and get it done. So I'm gonna put a podcast on and keep going, and I'll give you an update on where I'm up to tomorrow. Good morning from me and from these guys who are already asleep in the studio. I think they're going to hang out in here with me today because Graham's at work and Aaron's at school. Last night I worked until about, oh my God, it was gone 10 o'clock, but I got quite a lot done on the Samba costume, so I'm quite pleased with my progress. I'll show you where I'm up to. So I've got all the big stones and the little tassely bits on the trikini. I've just got to finish the red on this side, then I can flip it over and do the back. And I've got to do the strap as well. And I've got the stones on the main part of the fronts of the arms as well. They're looking really good. I'm just gonna, now they're dry, I can hold one up in the mirror and see how sparkly it looks. Oh yeah, that's sparkly. Is the camera picking that up? I can't tell. Yeah, they're gonna look amazing. So this morning I'm gonna crack on with, getting more stones on. I'm pretty tired. It was about midnight by the time I actually got to bed. I stopped and just had a glass of wine and chilled out because my brain was too busy to go to sleep. Then I was up again at 7 this morning, so I'm pretty tired today, but I'm making progress and that is encouraging. Oh, good morning. I am on my way. Oh, sorry, it's gone dark. On my way to get my hair done, and I'm running a bit late. So I forgot that there's roadworks between here and my hairdresser. So I better get a wiggle on. I was getting a whole bunch of foils put through, and then I do the pink myself, so I'll try and do that this evening. God, I can't wait to have fresh hair again. My finished haircut. It needs some pink through it. Like, it looks funny with just the blonde at the minute. But I'm really happy with the cut she's given me. Getting some layers in, it's just lifted it. It was so flat. We've taken a lot of the scraggly pink bits off the end. That was the old bleach that had got all fluffy. So having that gone, it feels nice at the ends and it's helping to blend the colour through. And it means I've lost that sort of sharp line that I had there between my natural colour and the pink. So I'll get some pink on it over the weekend. Oh, and yeah, she's given me like a little wispy fringe that can be pushed to one side or the other side. Yeah, really happy with it. It's much better than it was before. If you're in Canberra and you need hairdresser recommendations, my hairdresser is Renee at Moss and Mirror in Fyshwick. Up until the end of last year, it was called Rockabilly Boutique, run by Brooke. Brooke has moved interstate. She's moved away from Canberra. And Renee, who used to work there for Brooke, has taken over the salon space and has rebranded it as Moss and Mirror. It's a very relaxed hairdressers. I get quite bad anxiety going to the hairdressers, and it took me a long time to find someone I was really comfortable with in Canberra. My previous hairdresser changed career paths during COVID, and it took me a while to find someone else that I trusted, but I've been going to Renee ever since then and could not recommend her highly enough. Aaron goes to her as well, and she's just brilliant. Yesterday it was my turn to get my hair done. Today it's someone else's turn to get their hair done. What are you doing?
Gonna go short, gonna get rid of a lot of this. Just gonna have a nice sort of quiff on top, I guess, keep it long through the top, but nice and short up the sides.
I'm not happy about it. Why are you cutting it off? I don't like it.
It's been 3 or 4 years, and I think it's just time. It's just getting in the way. I'm only ever having it in a ponytail, and a ponytail isn't a hairstyle. It's a way of keeping it in check. So I just want to get something a bit short and fresh again.
Boo. Creepy wing. Oh. We're back from the haircut. How do you feel?
Good. Feels much lighter and easier to, I don't know, I like it. It's good, it's different. I definitely need to grow the beard out, but like you said.
Yeah. You need to start dressing a bit more suave. Okay, I need to stop mourning Graham's hair and get back to work. So I finished the Samba costume late last night, and here's how it all looks together. It looks so good and it's so sparkly. I think it's definitely a Samba costume. Not that I know much about them, but from all the pictures I've looked at, it definitely looks Samba. But with the lace, we've kind of given it our own little touch here, which I think is nice. I've sort of put my little twist on it. Oh God, it's gonna look so good in the sun. I've got stuff on tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to get along to the Multicultural Festival to see her perform in it, but hopefully she'll send me some pictures or videos that I can share with you guys at some point. The little pasties turned out really well. Really happy with those. And she can wear them for burlesque as well as for this. Because she's got the red pasties behind the bra, I sort of concentrated silver over the parts where the pasties will be, and then did the red around the bottom and coming up the sides of the bra here. So we've got the tassels, these beaded bugle bead tassels on the bra and on the sleeve and on the bottom of the trikini. So it's going to have some nice movement as well as a sparkle. And she's got a huge, huge red and silver headpiece to wear with it. So it's all going to look really cool together. So that is all finished. The stones are all nice and dry, and she's picking that up at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So next I've got to get back onto the cabaret costumes that I'm working on. Good morning. I dyed my hair pink. I finally got the pink back in it. It was really cute with the blonde, but I much prefer it pink. And I even put some effort into blow drying it. So Renee gave me some blow drying tips the other day, and I think I've done all right. Whether it lasts or not, who knows, but really pleased with my little wispy fringe. I've been struggling with perimenopause symptoms the last few days. Well, the last couple of years, but the last few days seem to have got worse. Both physical symptoms and mental health symptoms. It's been a rough few days. I'm still feeling not great. I'm definitely struggling with body image as my body changes. I can't wear a lot of my clothes that I love at the minute, which is making me quite angry with myself that I've let this happen, but I've got to remind myself that it's not me. It's not I've been eating well. I'm trying to look after myself, but I'm still putting on weight, which is really frustrating. Yeah, I've had not a great couple of days. So I think it's time to go back to see a doctor. My doctor, who I've been seeing for the last, since I moved to Australia, kind of has been quite dismissive with me. Even though she's an older female doctor, she's basically told me to suck it up. It's just normal and this is what women go through. So I think I'm going to make an appointment and see a different doctor, see if I can get some help, because I feel like I'm going insane right now. Yeah, things are, it's not great, but hopefully I can go and see someone soon and get some help. So if you've got any tips for coping with perimenopause or menopause, please leave me a comment or a suggestion or resources. It's something that women seem to be talking about more now than ever. It was a word that I hadn't even heard up until a few years ago. So I think awareness of perimenopause and how rough it can be is definitely on the rise, but I think we've got a long way to go to get the healthcare that we need. And just, we need to just make it an open conversation, keep talking about it and help each other through it. So if you're in the same boat as me, I feel for you, because it's a rough time. I'll try and make an appointment. I'll let you know what the doc says. But in the meantime, doing my hair, doing my makeup and feeling good about that, even if I can't feel good about my body and my clothes, definitely helps my mental health. So having my lovely fresh hair has cheered me up a bit. So thanks for watching. Sorry for getting all serious at the end there. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next vlog.